Fever star Sophie Cunningham speaks candidly on weird Caitlin Clark situation. Indiana Fever star Sophie Cunningham dropped the first episode of her new podcast, Show Me Something, on Wednesday. As expected, there were several topics that centered around Caitlin Clark as Cunningham discussed her experience in Indiana over the past few months. Sophie Cunningham opens up on Caitlin Clark's injury. At one point in the show, Cunningham was asked by her co-host, reality TV star and childhood friend West Wilson, about Clark's status. The reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year sat out a fifth consecutive game on Wednesday as the Fever defeated the Phoenix Mercury, 107-101, and there is currently no timetable for her return. When asked if she had any idea as to when Clark would be back, Cunningham got honest with her response. "Obviously no," she answered. "It's such a weird injury because she's not in pain all the time. But then when you do hurt it, it's like okay, you're out for another X amount of time. So I think they're trying to be extra cautious so she doesn't kind of have those little setbacks." The Fever have been winning sans Clark. The good news for Indiana is that they have been relatively successful in holding down the fort amid Clark's extended absence. Cunningham has been one of the key cogs for the Fever of late, scoring in double digits in 7 out of the last 8 games. Cunningham has gotten the nod to start in all 5 games Clark has missed recently, and the Fever have gone on to secure victories in 3 of them. "If we can continue to win without her, of course, we want her to play though," Cunningham continued. "I want her to play. But if we can be successful without her, give her a little bit more break. I think that's going to be good." The Fever are set to kick off a 4-game road trip on Friday in a marquee matchup against Paige Buchers and the Dallas Wings. It does not sound like Clark will be ready for that one, and it would not be a complete shock if she sits out most if not all of their upcoming games on the road. Sophie Cunningham exposes WNBA team's harsh agenda against Fever teammate Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's second season with the Indiana Fever has turned into a test of resilience far beyond what anyone expected. The superstar guard who captivated the basketball world as a rookie now finds herself fighting battles both on and off the court while dealing with injuries that have limited her to just half of her team's games. Why has Caitlin Clark's sophomore season been so challenging? In her second season, the number 1 overall pick of the 2024 WNBA draft and reigning Rookie of the Year was supposed to show great improvement. Instead, Clark has struggled with a series of setbacks that have defined her 2024-25 campaign. The Fever have shown improvement as a team, posting a 15-12 record. Although Clark herself has remained extremely popular, she has been plagued by injuries that have kept her off the court more than on it. Clark has only played in 13 of the Fever's 27 games, making it a battle in the contests where she has suited up. She's averaging 16.5 points, 8.8 assists, 5.0 rebounds and 1.6 steals per game while shooting only 36.7% from the field, 27.9% from beyond the arc and 82% from the charity stripe. Beyond the physical challenges, Clark recently had her stalker arrested and pleaded guilty. Additionally, other teams have tried to bully Clark throughout the season, with their harsh treatment becoming increasingly blatant. How has Sophie Cunningham defended her teammate? Clark's Fever teammate guard Sophie Cunningham has come to the aid of Clark on several occasions this season. She has been recognized as somewhat of an enforcer after a recent game against the Sun when she grabbed JC Sheldon, pulling her to the ground after Sheldon poked Clark in the eye. Cunningham has even had some inspired words for the way WNBA officials have handled Clark's situation and was fined for her TikTok video that shows her lip-syncing to lyrics from Sabrina Carpenter's Manchild, seemingly calling the referees useless and stupid. Cunningham, who is averaging 7.7 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 1.0 steals in 24.6 minutes per game while shooting 44.5% from the field, 39.8% from 3 and 86.1% from the free throw line, recently launched a podcast with Summer House's West Wilson. On the very first episode of their show called Show Me Something with Sophie and West, Cunningham again came to the defense of her teammate. "You have seen players in our league try to toughen up Caitlin. We call her CC," Cunningham said. "CC, even when I wasn't on her team, I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room. We're going to show her what the W really is. You know what I mean." What makes Clark's treatment different from other rookies? Cunningham was drafted by the Phoenix Mercury in 2019 and remained in Phoenix until being dealt to the Fever on January 31, 2025 in a 4-team trade that also included the Dallas Wings and Connecticut Sunday. This background allowed her to shed light on Clark's treatment from other teams around the league. I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them, but there's just more for her, Cunningham added. So it's her second year, and now being on her team and seeing it, what are people doing? It's just too much. The most important thing for Clark right now is to get healthy and remain on the court for the Fever. However, it must feel good to know teammates like Cunningham see what she is dealing with and have her back as she navigates these ongoing challenges.